Morning guys, what a beautiful morning it is today. Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, there's still a bit of cloud in the sky. I think it might have rained last night. It hasn't rained in the UK for like ages, and like we're talking probably like, I don't know, it must be like 2 months now or something. Crazy. But what, this bit of this blooming road, god, it's terrible. Yeah, so it's, yeah, I mean, I think it rained last night. I don't know, the bike was actually outside. Yeah, I left it outside, and it's got sort of some kind of, it looks like it's, you know, like when it rains, it kind of has a bit of a kind of mud splatter up it kind of thing, where it's wet, the dust. Anyway, so I'm going on a little ride, another little adventure. I think I'm going to go to a place called Thaxted, which is not very far from here. It's those of you who live around here, this area, you'll probably know it. It's a lovely little village, and yeah, I've only been a few times, but it's just a nice little place really. I think there's like a little couple of coffee shops and, you know, some nice things to take photos of, that sort of stuff. So I'm going to pop up there, maybe get a bit of breakfast. Look at that field, how purple that is, and then, yeah, and then probably just come back. But the ride is nice because it's, you know, it takes you kind of through the Essex countryside, and at the moment, this time of year, it's just lovely, absolutely lovely. All right, it's a good little pub on the corner. Do my hand signal. Oh, you get the old sort of what's it called, the sort of motorbike feeling. You don't get it on a bicycle, but you get that kind of gyroscopic sort of effect where you kind of, when you lean, it kind of, oh god, what's this guy doing? Yeah, when you lean, it kind of, it goes with you. It's slowly sort of, it wants to stay upright. It's weird, isn't it? It's obviously how motorcycles work. See, I've never ridden motorcycles. I mean, did as a kid, like, you know, not properly, but you know, we all have. But just one thing I've kind of refrained from doing, because I would just kill myself, because I'm a speed freak. And this is good because it doesn't go as fast. You can still get yourself in trouble, but you know, it's a good way to sort of get a speed fix. It's the acceleration that I like. The top speed end of it, I worry about a little bit, because if something goes wrong, I know many of the actual issues that you have with motorcycles, if you have any accidents or things like that, God forbid, you know, it's mostly to do with traffic pulling out on you, or, you know, you're not paying attention, or the sort of lower speed stuff, rather than blatting down the road at 100 mile an hour. You know, but yeah, these bikes are great for that. You know, it's just perfect for getting that little kind of adrenaline rush now and again. So, what's been happening? Well, Sarah's gone away. She went away. She's away at the moment. She'll be back by the time this is up. She's gone to Glasgow to do some vegan blogging. She's gone with a couple of blogger friends, so they're going to go and hit Glasgow. Look at that scene. This road, look at it. It's like sticky. It's only blooming 10 o'clock in the morning. The breeze is nice. Yeah, so she's gone to do that. I've been left to my own devices. I've been it's been a bit weird lately, because I don't know, how can I put it? If any of you are YouTubers, you'll understand it. Oh yeah, if any of you are YouTubers, you'll understand it. But you know, it's difficult to sort of go around with a camera and people really understand what you're doing, you know. And most of my kind of online buddies are miles away, you know, up the sort of north end of the country. I don't know why that is. It always ends up the way. But so if there's any YouTubers out there that are in this sort of area, that you're into the same sort of stuff, and you want to do a collab, you know, give us a shout, because it'd be quite interesting. Sometimes, you know, more people in the videos and stuff like that, it makes it quite interesting, and obviously, you know, you get different takes on things. It's a strange one. I do lead a little bit of a solitary life when it comes to stuff like this. I sort of get on with things, but I know there's a few that are the same. It is a weird one, kind of introverted, but at the same time, because of the videos, you maybe wouldn't expect that. I don't know, it's weird. But anyway, so we're just coming up here, and if you can see this in the GoPro, it's sort of like, it's just shining. The road is actually shining. I've got my big camera in the bag as well behind me. Hopefully I won't fall off. But yeah, just want to see if I can get, if there's any decent things to take photos of. There's something over there. It looks like I've mentioned this before. I think it's like a radio mast or something. It's a massive structure. Oh, getting some farmyard smells now. Heading off into the countryside. Do love it around here though. So I was looking at a little while back, I said I was looking into supercapacitors. I've still got this on the side of my brain. It's basically sitting there bubbling away. The only trouble is, see, what I wanted to do was try and do like a supercapacitor pack that could absorb the massive currents that you need for e-bike stuff, you know, for acceleration, things like that, and then you can just use like a smaller battery, or, you know, it would actually prolong the life of your battery if you were to use supercapacitors. But I'm struggling to find exactly what I want. I think they tend to be too big still. They've come down a lot in size, and also you need to have, you know, because you need to have multiple. You can buy these blocks, these 16-volt blocks on eBay, and they look quite interesting. They've got like a little balancing circuit on the bottom. But I mean, you'd need five or so of them. They're like 30 quid, or the cheapest you can find them for is about 30 quid. And I don't know, they've got no markings on anything. It's just basically like a Chinese thing. So I don't know, you know, how much current you could take out of them. Presumably quite a bit, but I mean, there's people starting cars with them and stuff like that, so I don't know. But the traces on the board, they don't look thick enough to handle any sort of meaningful current, so, and the legs on the capacitors don't either. I don't know. I need to do more research into it. Also, because if you put it in parallel with your battery will basically be, you know, you need to make sure you have enough so that you don't overcharge them. So you can easily work that out. But basically, bit of water. If you have a load of supercapacitors, your battery, and it's in parallel with your battery, it will be constantly charging them, but the main current will presumably be pulling from the lowest thing with the lowest internal resistance, which will be the supercapacitors. So presumably you're going to be pulling, you know, not presumably, you'll be pulling all of your current. I'm going to knock the power up a little bit up this hill. Oh, didn't go. Yeah, you're going to be pulling all of your power through the capacitors all of the time, and then when you regen, it'll be going back in, which I don't know, so you've got to make sure that it can withstand, the system could withstand like 40 amps or at least continuous with bursts of higher. But it'd be quite interesting, I don't know. Any of you guys messed around with this or tried it, let me know. Or where to get good ones. I think Maxwell capacitors are the kind of well-known ones. You can get some crazy ones of them which you can pull like 270 amps out, but they're just big. This is the problem. It'd be great in a car. I mean, for the Twizy it'd be fine because you've got space for it, but yeah, I don't know. We need to look more into that. Oh yeah, bit of acceleration. This blooming thing, honestly, it is just crazy. I still haven't changed anything to do with the acceleration. I still haven't modified the throttle position. It's still in bonkers o'clock mode, but I kind of like it. Oh! Oh god. How nice is this though, guys? I mean, this is just so nice. A few solar panels up there. Some of these places around here, I mean, they're so close to me, but there's a little trail down there as well. There's so many little things. There's a windmill as well. Crikey, spoilt for choice around here, aren't we? Yeah, some of these little places, it feels like you're, if you live in the UK and you sometimes go on holiday in the UK, as you probably will, even though most of the time it's actually more expensive to go abroad. It's more expensive to stay in the UK and go on holiday than it is actually to go abroad these days, with flights as well, because it's just an expensive place to live, really. But anyway, yeah, if you do that, you'll know what I mean. It's, these places feel like somewhere where you'd go on holiday, or a little town that you'd visit when you go away. As a kid, we'd go to like a lot of, we didn't really go abroad much. Well, we never went abroad actually as a family, yeah, you kind of you find these little places, and you'd kind of, you know, get some fish and chips or something like that, you know, little seaside places and things like that. But this really reminds me of somewhere like that, where you'd kind of drive through, and that's why I really like it. We could have, I mean, we could have moved it, but I think we wanted to kind of get away from a town. This is a very, very small village. There's plenty of stuff here. Oh, that is where I could have bought I've got my backpack as well. I could have bought the quad bikes thing to get that welded. Maybe I'll pop in there on the way back and ask him if he'll do it. He was a bit grumpy the last time I went in there. I think it's just got so much work. So yeah, this is Thaxted, and I'm going to go up here. There's a little coffee place there, which I'm definitely going to partake in. But I just want to have a look up here. I've not been up here before. There's a church. I think this is probably a dead end. Looks like it, although there is a little pathway. I'm going to knock my power down a bit because I'm in quite high mode. Nice. It's just a lovely little picturesque place. Where does this go then? Public footpath. Harkamlow Way to the windmill. Oh, it's literally right there. Okay, I'll probably come back up here this way. I need to get a coffee or something. Alright guys, so look at this. It's really kind of Tudor, I want to say. It's not so much beams, you know, normally you get those kind of like beams, but a lot when the houses are kind of hanging over the edges of the road. We're coming out of it now, but it's just a lovely little place. It's amazing what's on your doorstep. You don't even realise. I feel nice and full now after my breakfast. Better do some pedalling. Right, so I'm going to come back and have a look at this windmill. Push the gate open. Make sure the gate's shut as well. Countryside rules, guys. Countryside rules. Yeah, that church is lovely. Here it is. Wow. We're at the windmill. There you go guys, if you're in the Thaxted area you can go and visit that windmill. It's open inside. It wasn't open today, but I think on a Sunday I think it's open. I think they were doing something today. I didn't get to speak to the guy, but so where are we going to go now? There is a massive amount of tracks and stuff around here. Pretty cool. Really, I just need to turn around. I'm not turn around, but go back towards. There's a yellow marker there. I need to be going the right way to be going back because I'm doing alright on battery. Actually, I haven't even yet lost one bar. Ah, right. Okay. Does this bring you out? Well, that's a mega shortcut, that one. I'll remember that one for next time. Again, I think this is a cycle route. I think there's a lot of cyclists around here doing this route, so I think this is one of the national cycle routes. Don't know anything about those. Well, I'd set out for this to be an e-bike chatter video, but actually I think it's going to end up being something else. This is the cool thing about creating, you never know what you're going to end up with. You sort of set out to do one thing and then you kind of get into something else. I love it when cars come past you because you just sort of they feel like they're kind of making an effort to come past you, not like when you're on a bicycle. It's like, you know, they sort of just fly past you, but when you're dust, when you're on an e-bike like this, it's like you hear the engines and the gears change as they come past you because they actually have to make an effort to come past you. That's the funny thing. That was a bit mean, wasn't it? It's like blooming desert up here. Look at that. It literally looks like a desert. You know, some of those places up on the moors, it just looks like that. It shouldn't be looking like that around here. That cyclist has got a nice downhill stretch. She'll be looking forward to that. My batteries are the ones that look forward to the downhill. Oh, it's a downhill, yeah. We get some regen in. Doesn't make any difference to me. Oh, I don't know. I really need to get another bike, just do pedal assist or something. I probably wouldn't end up going anywhere. It's 11 o'clock, it's too early for a pint. I was thinking I'll go and get a pint at the pub. It's too early for that. I had one beer and it'll wipe me out for the day. Make me feel tired. After my disappointing beer last night, when I got a curry, which I went to collect, and they couldn't deliver it. They couldn't do it in time, so they had to deliver it. And then I went next door to the little shop and I bought a bottle of Cobra to go with the curry, and that was blooming warm. Nod to bikers. Oh, the smell of fuel. Yeah, so the warm curry. I did have a warm curry. It's more like cold curry because it didn't turn up for ages, and the naan bread was burnt. The curry was insanely hot. Like, I can handle hot curries, but this thing was just like they'd ruined it basically. Put too much chilli in it, and then my beer was warm. Just not a great experience. Riding through the countryside. See, the thing about Essex is it's pretty flat. Apart from here, it looks quite hilly. Hertfordshire can be quite hilly, but most of Essex is pretty flat. I think it's probably as you go towards, well, Suffolk can be quite like that as well. It's just a part of the country. There's no massive hills really. There might be a couple, but it's not like huge ones. I'm really intrigued by that thing over there. I don't know what that is. You guys helped me identify the airfield, so thanks for that. RAF Dunmo. And that makes sense because it is actually basically Dunmo. So look at this hill. So we got 3,500 watts. 3,500 watts going out at the moment. Oh, you ain't going to do that on a 250 watt e-bike, are you? Got to be joking. Someone's a long way from the airport. I love to ride my bicycle. It's not really though, is it? I love to ride my hybrid motorcycle e-bike thing. You can tell I've had a coffee, can't you? These roads, they're just like blooming wet. I always forget to reset my trip meter to find out exactly how far I've gone. Coming in here, coming in here. Right guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Yeah, something a little different. Showed you a bit of one of the local villages to me, fairly local. And yeah, I don't know how I'm going to edit this one yet. We'll see what it turns out like. Catch you in the next video, guys.